85 Bilma's Darwin Nunez could hold key to Mo Salah dream. Before continuing the video, do click that like button and subscribe the channel for more interesting Liverpool updates. The plan might just work as the race to sign Mo Salah intensifies. The Egyptian forward is set to leave Liverpool at the end of the season. There's certainly a lot of interest in Liverpool players at the moment, with Mo Salah at the top of the list. Salah might be the best player in the world right now, but despite his remarkable performances, he's facing difficulties in securing a new contract with Liverpool, who are reluctant to offer big money to a player approaching 33 in June. This stance is likely to be unpopular with many fans, and rightfully so. Now Salah is free to negotiate with other clubs, and as expected, interest is growing. The most prominent interest at the moment seems to be from Saudi Arabia. Al Hilal are reportedly keen to sign Salah, with some reports even suggesting a deal with the Saudi Pro League is already in place. However, this claim should be taken with caution, as no highly reliable source has confirmed it yet. That said, we are certain Al Hilal want to sign Salah. It would be foolish for them not to pursue him. To make the deal even more enticing, Al Hilal may have a clever tactic in mind. The Darwin Nunez factor. As exclusively reported by Anfield Watch, Al Hilal are also interested in signing Darwin Nunez. The Uruguayan forward could be available as soon as this January. However, securing Nunez won't be easy. Liverpool have reportedly set a price tag of 80 fouls for Nunez this month, and it seems Al Hilal are hesitant to meet that demand. But there's a possibility they could be convinced to meet the asking price if it also secures them Salah, and that's a real possibility. Salah is a huge fan of Nunez and enjoys playing alongside him. Their partnership has been highly effective, and there are few players in world football better suited to act as bait for Salah. A double deal could indeed be on the cards, as Al Hilal try to make a huge impact in 2025. Liverpool can celebrate as Premier League confirm key date. Liverpool are in an excellent position right now, as you've likely noticed. They sit atop both the Premier League and UEFA Champions League under Arne Slot's management in his debut season. This was expected to be a transitional year for the Reds, but it now looks like last season was the real transitional period. This season has seen Liverpool firing on all cylinders. However, such form can be derailed, as we saw last year when Jurgen Klopp's side went from being on course for a potential quadruple to settling for the EFL Cup. Injuries and poor form conspired to halt the team's momentum, and there are concerns this could happen again. One reason for these worries is the postponed Merseyside derby. While it may seem minor, rescheduling the match has the potential to cause major disruptions to Liverpool's fixture list. Simply put, the Reds are involved in every competition, and there's still an international break to accommodate, making it difficult to find a suitable slot for the derby. To complicate things further, the Premier League doesn't want to schedule a significant match during a midweek when the Champions League is also being played, which could disadvantage Liverpool. However, due to Liverpool bypassing the Champions League playoff round, there are two available midweeks. This would have been the ideal time to schedule the derby. Without that option, Liverpool would have had to rely on elimination from a cup competition to create a window for the match, or the derby could have been played midweek just before the final game of the season. When will the Merseyside derby be played? Thankfully, common sense has prevailed. The Merseyside derby will now be played at Goodison Park on February 12th, provided Liverpool don't drop into the Champions League playoff round. This is an ideal time to fit in the match, as it allows Liverpool to keep their fixture list manageable. Essentially, they've lost one midweek in February but gained a week off in December. In what could have been a complicated situation, it's a positive outcome. Liverpool are still in an excellent position to compete for all four trophies without major fixture headaches. As Leicester City aim to use the January transfer window to strengthen their squad and fight off Premier League relegation, reports suggest they are planning to bring back a familiar face this month. The Foxes were temporarily relieved from their league struggles when they faced Queen's Park Rangers in the FA Cup, securing a dominant 6-2 victory over the championship side. However, Leicester's main focus will undoubtedly be on escaping the relegation zone, with a critical clash against Crystal Palace ahead. In addition to their busy schedule, Leicester have the opportunity to bolster their squad during the January window. The club has already been linked with potential signings, including Miguel Almiron, as Newcastle United looks to offload their struggling winger in a move that could aid Leicester's survival efforts. Before any new arrivals, Leicester might welcome back a former player. According to the boot room, Leicester are reportedly considering a reunion with Ben Chilwell, who is eager to leave Chelsea after falling out of favor under Enzo Maresca, who has acknowledged the likelihood of the player's departure. Chilwell would need to quickly win back the supporters' trust after leaving Leicester for Chelsea in 2020 for a reported 45 million, but there's no doubt he still possesses the quality to help guide his former club to safety. A return to Leicester could be a full-circle moment for the 28-year-old, who would need to accept a significant pay cut from his current £200,000 a week wages. Chilwell needs a Chelsea exit. Once a vice-captain at Chelsea and a Champions League winner, Chilwell now urgently needs a move away from Stamford Bridge, alongside several teammates who have been sidelined or shown the door at the London club. At just 28 years old and with the World Cup coming next year, Chilwell has a prime opportunity to return to top form and reclaim his place in the England squad under new manager Thomas Tuchel. A potential return to Leicester would not only provide him a fresh start but also bolster the club's survival chances with his valuable experience. Maresca spoke to the press, confirming Chilwell's desire to leave Chelsea this month, stating via TNT Sports, "Because players want to play more, there are probably chances for them to leave. But Ben has been top. I have to say that he has been top. Very professional, works hard. I feel ashamed because of that situation, but in terms of behavior, he has been very good." With the end of the month approaching, Chilwell must leave behind his Chelsea struggles, whether that means returning to Leicester or finding a new destination. Marcus Rashford is also expected to depart Manchester United this month, and the club may already have a replacement lined up, with transfer discussions underway for a new attacker, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. With more than 2 weeks left in the January window, Ruben Amorim will be hopeful that the club can complete some moves before the deadline. Despite financial constraints, United appear to have targets in mind, contingent on offloading fringe players first. One player they are reportedly keen on is Paris Saint-Germain's Nuno Mendes. The 22-year-old left-back is a player Amorim knows well from his time at Sporting CP, and the Portuguese manager is eager to reunite with the speedster at Old Trafford, aiming to resolve United's left wing-back situation. United are currently in discussions with Mendes about a potential move, and recent reports indicate they wish to accelerate negotiations, with Real Madrid and Manchester City also showing interest. Along with Mendes, United are considering a move for striker Jonathan David, who is set to become a free agent in the summer. David's services were offered to United for when his contract expires, and while the Red Devils are weighing up a move, they face competition from clubs like Newcastle, Liverpool, and Juventus. Romano suggests that a move for Dorgeles could occur either this month or during the summer transfer window, but regardless of timing, discussions have already taken place to assess the price and terms for a potential deal. Dorgeles may be considered as a replacement for Rashford, given his versatility to play in various attacking roles, especially with the England international nearing a move to Serie A side AC Milan. Meanwhile, Manchester City are closing in on their first signing of the January window after reportedly agreeing to terms for a monster defender, according to a transfer expert. With over 2 weeks remaining in the current transfer window, it's expected to be a busy period for Pep Guardiola's team as they aim to strengthen their squad following a disappointing 2024-25 season so far. City's need for a new midfielder has been widely anticipated, particularly with Rodri sidelined due to injury and not expected to return this season. However, the club is also looking to bolster other positions, as indicated by their interest in several players. They are nearing the signing of Lens defender Abdulkadir Kunsanov, after having a $33.5 million bid accepted by the French side. Kunsanov is set to undergo his medical and complete the necessary paperwork before finalizing the move. Additionally, City are working to sign striker Omar Marmoush this month, with personal terms already agreed upon. The only remaining task is to settle on a transfer fee with the two clubs, and City hope to complete the deal this week. In further developments, Guardiola's side are also keen on Leicester City's Jeremy Manga, who has impressed in the club's academy, though they face stiff competition from Paris Saint-Germain. Man City agree $33 million deal for another monster player. The Premier League champions are not stopping there, as Romano reports that City have also agreed a deal to sign Palmeiras defender Vitor Reis. The 19-year-old is a product of Palmeiras' youth system, having progressed from the under-17 and under-20 teams to the first team. Although Reis has only played just over 20 games for Palmeiras, his performances have caught the attention of City, and he's now set for a major move. Reis has been hailed as a monster by Brazilian media, with journalist Bense Boksak praising his passing ability, which will likely suit Guardiola's tactical style. Romano reports that a verbal agreement has been made between City and Palmeiras for a package just under $40 million, roughly 33 million pounds. The move is expected to be completed swiftly, with Reis undergoing his medical and signing his contract soon as the clubs finalize the paperwork. Reis's arrival will strengthen City's defensive options and add competition for established players like John Stones, Ruben Diaz, and Nathan Ake. Newcastle United are reportedly interested in signing one of the best goalkeepers in the world, according to reports from France. Magpies eye goalkeeper. Although Nick Pope's contract runs until the summer of 2026, Newcastle are actively exploring the possibility of signing a long-term successor for the 32-year-old, with Burnley's James Trafford their top target. Trafford, 22, has impressed in the Championship, though he is not Newcastle's only option, with Wolfsburg's Kamil Grabara also on their radar. A goalkeeper signing may become even more pressing if Martin Dubravka departs St. James's Park amid interest from the Saudi Pro League. However, manager Eddie Howe has expressed his desire for the 35-year-old to remain, stating, "I'm hopeful everything will die down, and that he's part of our future. We hope he may agree to a new contract and stay." With Dubravka's future uncertain, Newcastle are continuing their search for potential replacements from across Europe. One name that has attracted attention from Premier League clubs is Lille's Lucas Chevalier. Reports